Hey guys, me again Aswad, and this time I'm going to review Godzilla King of Monsters. Wow, this movie gonna be a lot of spoilers, and the reason I do spoilers when I see movies that I want to save your money. Only then I will give full spoilers for the movie, because I don't want you to waste your money. So first of all, this movie is good for one thing. It's good that it existed, because then you can study why the first Godzilla is so much better. So people were complaining the Gareth Edward Godzilla that came out in 2014, they don't have a lot of Godzilla, and this time there's a lot of Godzilla. They try to do what people complain about the first movie, and they thought that it will be good, but it's actually turns out unfortunately not good. And I will explain. I don't want to just say why I say it's bad and without giving. I wanted to like this movie. I saw the trailer, I love the trailer. I wanted to love the movie, but it was a letdown, it was a disappointment. And I will give you the reasons why. That's why when I watch this movie, you have this feeling that the studio wanted to do the opposite of the first movie, so they wanted to show as much as Godzilla as you want. So there's a lot of Godzilla, a lot of monsters, and they try not to do like Gareth Edward movie, which is not focused on the humans so much. But unlike Gareth Edward, the first movie, the characters have a purpose in the storyline. The story is tight, meaning you can follow the story easy. You don't lose the characters' thread, and at the end you get a good payoff with the Godzilla fighting the moth monster, right? Okay, so this movie is the opposite. There are so many characters. There are too many characters, and immediately you will be swamped by them. There are too many characters that are not doing anything important. There are storyline that are left unexplained. And while I would say the Godzilla and the monster scenes, I was surprised, because I thought I wanted to like it because there's a lot more Godzilla. But when they showed up, and I get the impression like they don't mean a thing. I have this feeling that their presence is really mean nothing. And I was thinking about it. Why does it feel so bad? Why was it not as good as part one? No, not as good as the first movie. And I was thinking, maybe because there's too many characters, and the storyline for the human characters are lame. They are not believable. The Skull Chandler, he's playing the same guy I seen in the Cloverfield movie. The J.J. Abrams movie. Oh man, I forgot that movie. Where these kids were playing, they were shooting movies, and then a monster showed up. Oh man, I can't remember. But Carl Chandler played the same character here. He plays a lame dad to Millie Bobby Brown, and he's married to Vera Farmiga, and their story, the whole family story was not interesting. It was drowned by a lot of bullshit. Ken Watanabe reprised his role from the first movie. The first movie, he was fantastic. I don't know why, but his appearance here was so uninteresting. That's the whole thing. All the characters are uninteresting, and I don't know why, but maybe because there's so many characters. and they are not interesting at the very least. You know, I mean, I wanted to see the Millie Bobby Brown character. I mean, what does he have to offer? Nothing. Even the great Vera Farmiga, I love Vera Farmiga, but she is underutilized. She is such a great actress, and she was so underutilized, which is sad. And then you have Millie Bobby Brown is a great actress, but she is so miscast, or she wasn't given a good script. Nothing about her shines. There's nothing. I love Vera Farmiga. She doesn't shine. Kyle Chandler was playing the same character, and there's a few other characters which I was shocked. You know, how they were all limp, and I wanted to figure out, to be honest, after the movie, why wasn't this any interesting. And I think the script is bad. I think the script is just horrible. They're focusing on the monsters fight, and to be honest, I fell asleep. At the third act, I dozed off when they're fighting at Washington DC. I dozed off, and I woke up, and then it's just my friend said, no, you didn't miss anything. It was just in the monster fight. That's how bad it was. When you feel sleep, I fell asleep during a monster fight. That's how lame it was. No, man, I really wanted to like. I'm being honest here. I love the first one. I love Pacific Rim. I love kaiju movies. I expected it to be astounding here, but it's really wasn't. And I think it was too many characters, maybe, because all of them were drowned out. There is no great storyline from Ken Watanabe and the family, the Vera Farmiga family. The ending was just like, you know, when you write a character, the ending for each character, the whole human characters will just drop. You know, I mean, they have this group, this terrorist group, they wanted to release all these monsters and cause chaos. You don't have their motivation. It's just a line. They say, oh, you wanted to do this, but they have no convincing line for them to release this thing. There's no. I was surprised that it wasn't good. I can appreciate the first movie, and I can appreciate Pacific Rim 1. I would say this is better than Pacific Rim 2, but in terms of kaiju movies, I think this is worse than the old Godzilla. You know, this is the American remake. I think this is worse than that. Yeah, I really wanted to like it, so I want you to understand that I wanted to like this movie. Okay, like one of the spoilers, why I say there's so many things that doesn't contribute to the story, and it just pile up and jumble up, so the story become convoluted. And there's part of the story that is not explained. I mean, it could be interesting, but were never explored or explained. A lot of missed opportunities, too many characters. And one scene that I think, let me just go to the scene that I think shouldn't be in the movie. Even if it was taken out, it wouldn't affect the storyline in any bit. One storyline is that they were in Mexico and they were escaping from this flying bird monster, and then out of the blue, this Osprey helicopter storyline pop up. It's like they wanted to land in the bay, the landing bay, but the landing bay is jammed. So Kyle Chandler have to go there and open the door for the chopper. It became one subplot that is completely doesn't contribute to the story. It's just there for what? I really could not understand that. And then that storyline was really like, I was thinking like, So what? I mean, if they taken that part out, it doesn't affect the story at all. So like I said, it's not a tight storyline. It's just all over the place. You have this character, that character, and plots. And yeah, that is one. The other plot is like they found an underwater city that is ancient, and then they were mentioning, wow, it's be older. They thought it was Egyptian, and then they said, no, this is older than Egyptian. They were talking about, wow, amazing. And then they destroyed that place. So what's the significance of that? They didn't explore. They show it to us. They say the potential of that place, but they did not explore it for us. It was so sad. I mean, it wasn't. Even if they take out that underworld, they tease us, but they didn't follow through, and they just destroyed that place. I mean, you don't need that. And then, man, there's so many things that really doesn't make any sense to me. Another oh man, this is the okay, like the whole cities were destroyed, right? And then suddenly, and then by convenience plot, Millie Bobby Brown ran away from Vera Farmiga, and then the whole city is destroyed because the monster fight there. And then Millie Bobby Brown is found alive. How it is such a coincidence to the plot, and she is found alive, and then the family is reunited, and then they have this machine that can control the monsters, right? Which is like such a bullshit thing. They have this machine that can control the monsters. Not only was Millie Bobby Brown was unhurt, untouched, the house was destroyed, she has this machine. So the parents are both scientists. Vera Farmiga was doing the whole thing. They activated it, and they were supposed to escape with the helicopter, and she did this stupid thing of taking that box, taking that machine into a Humvee, into a car, to distract a giant monster. No, look, you can go on the helicopter, escape with the team. A helicopter can fly faster than a car. This is a destroyed city. You can escape much further, much faster on a helicopter. Yet, she chose to go inside the car to distract the monster. That is bad. On top of that, what's worse, the husband or any of the soldiers in the helicopter could sacrifice themselves to do that. Why let her do that? It doesn't make any sense. I was thinking like, okay, I mean, if you want to sacrifice something, Carl Chandler should jump off the helicopter because it was not that high. They should jump off the helicopter, grab the thing, and then if they want to choose to go with the car, get one of the guys or the soldier to sacrifice themselves. No. Vera Farmiga had to save herself in the damaged city in a car. Oh man, I think it was so unnecessary. It was so bullshit. And yeah, it was unfortunate. And I was thinking like the storyline for the characters is bad. I know the argument that people say, you go to a Godzilla movie to watch the monsters and not the human characters. But you can do so much better. There has been, I mean, even the worst the American Godzilla design. I mean, that movie that they did before the Gareth Edwards one, the American version had a better storyline than this. Oh man, now I understand why the critics are mixed. I understand why the reviewers are mixed, because you can do a good movie, but they did not. And I couldn't believe it, because I wanted to see the monsters. Yeah, I saw the monsters, but why wasn't I feeling satisfied? Because the fight was not that great. It was kind of pointless. Um, but the lack of human story, that the interesting human story was not there. I think the first movie did it better. This one is is sad to me that it didn't reach that level. So I'm gonna end the review now, and my score for this movie is, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's still above average, but it's really not that great. I'm not gonna watch it again. It's weird. It's weird. It's not a tight. I think the problem is, beside the too many characters, it's not a tight storyline. The storyline is a bit weak, and that's why it's just getting a 6 out of 10 from me. The first movie, the Gareth Edwards movie, I think I gave it a 8 or a 9, because it's such a tight movie. It's such epicness, even though you don't see Godzilla all the time, but it was such a better movie than this. So that's my review. I can understand if you hate me for this review score, because I couldn't understand it, why it wasn't such interesting at first. But after I'm thinking about it, yeah, it's such not up to par. So I think I will use this movie to study about action, about filmmaking, about CGI, and why this fails in a lot of ways. So yeah, so that's it. That's my review for Godzilla King of Monsters. Unfortunately, it's not as good as I wanted it to be. Probably people will love it for, I mean, kids will love it for the monster fights, and that's all. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching. Peace.